18-year-old Michael Brown is a Missouri teen who today, Monday, August 11th, would have been starting his first day of college at Vatterott College. I say would have because he will not be starting college today or ever, because Ferguson police in Missouri shot and killed an unarmed 18-year-old black teen, Michael Brown. Maybe you heard about it if you were paying attention to social media. Was all over this, and the news, different news outlets were talking about it all weekend. It was the big story from this past weekend. Of course, they focus on the apparent few instances of looting and vandalism that occurred late Sunday night. Of course, that's the story to go with, not a dead child.
Right.
But I won't be talking about the looting and vandalism because that's not what matters. What matters is that an unarmed black boy was killed in the United States of America at the hands of the police once again. When will it end? Apparently, according to his friend who was walking with him, and I want to get this right here. They were walking down the street. And a police officer drove by. And he said to them that him and his friend needed to stop walking in the middle of the street and to get on the sidewalk. Apparently, at some point, there was some sort of argument that ensued. The police are claiming, and this is the official police response here, that one of the individuals at the time came in as the officer was exiting his police car, allegedly pushed the police officer back into the car where he physically assaulted the police officer. It is our understanding at this point in the investigation that within the police officer there was a struggle over the officer's weapon. There was at least one shot fired within the car after that. The officer came back out of the car, he exited his vehicle, and there was a shooting that occurred when the officer in fact shot the subject. They were fatal injuries. The St. Louis County Police Chief confirmed that all the shots fired came from the officer's weapon, and that though he does not have the final count, Brown was struck more than a couple of times. It was confirmed also that Brown did not have a weapon. Just stunning to me. And, the story to go with, of course, is going to be that when it comes down to it, or the looting, but no one will talk about what the witnesses, the eyewitnesses, who are not only the person walking with Brown, what they had to say. Brown was spending the summer in the neighborhood with his grandmother. He was walking with at least one other man at the time of the incident, and witnesses told CNN affiliate KTVI that a police officer in a squad car grabbed Brown while Brown was walking. Dorian Johnson said he was walking with Brown, and that's when a police officer pulled up in his car and told them to use the sidewalk. Witnesses say there was an exchange of words, and the officer shot Brown even after he raised his hands in the air. The officer shot again, and when Brown felt the shot, he turned around and put his hands in the air. This account is according to Johnson. He started to get down on the floor, and the officer approached and fired several more shots. The parents are asking that anyone who shared the photos of their son's body lying in the middle of the street dead, that they please remove them. And the reason she had to say this is there are many, many, many photos. And the reason there are many, many, many photos is because police left this dead boy's body out there lying on the sidewalk for what is believed to be over 4 hours. And there are photos, actually, of the boy being covered up and not being put in the back of an ambulance, but they put his body in the back of an SUV. I don't know how they do it in Ferguson, Missouri, but that sounds really weird and sketchy to me.
Definitely.
I think that the police account is going to come out to be just slightly wrong, at the least. An 18-year-old unarmed boy shot 35 feet, I might add, away from the police officer with his hands in the air. Clearly not a threat, even if apparently there was some sort of altercation and he was a threat at some point for arguing with the officer outside who came by in the vehicle. At that point, 35 feet away, hands in the air, getting down on the ground. Disgusting.